Borodyanka, Ukraine, Victoria Tymoshenko's biology classroom is a surreal sight. She didn't recognize it at first, she says. In March, while her small town of Borodyanka, an hour's drive northwest of Kyiv, was under attack, a Russian shell tore through the wall and ripped down the ceiling. Half of it droops down over a pile of bricks and dust. You can hear the traffic outside now, through the large hole where the windows used to be. Ukrainian forces liberated this area in April. It took a few weeks, but residents are now trickling back in, assessing the damage, filling in Russian-dug trenches with a backhoe, tending their neglected gardens, and recounting the stories of what they endured, and how. Tymoshenko, 25, with dark curly hair, is in her first year as a teacher. She moved across the country from Melitopol, an area that today is under Russian occupation, and started here last fall. She's a fresh recruit from Teach for Ukraine, a non-profit that trains and places new teachers in underserved schools. To tell you the truth, we didn't take her seriously, says one of her students, 17-year-old Volodymyr Herbovenko, who goes by Vova. We were the senior class, the oldest, and she was too young. Vova is the youngest of 6. Has been the school's student body president since 8th grade, organizing holiday parties and events with community leaders. It's my job to know all the kids, he says. Soon they all warmed up to Tymoshenko. She was honest, and didn't talk down to them. As part of biology class, she taught them about condoms and consent. I remember what I wanted to know when I was their age, she says. I tried to give them the material which will be useful for them in the future. But then the future changed. Russia's large-scale invasion of Ukraine began on February 24. 4 days later, Vova remembers going to his door and seeing helicopters flying overhead, recognizing them as Russian equipment. I was really scared, he says. At that moment you understand that there is a war. After this understanding you don't have anything anymore. You don't have dreams, you don't have thoughts. From that point things happen fast. First, Tymoshenko, who lived in an apartment building, went to stay with another one of her students, 16-year-old Irina Imshinova, and her family. They had a basement, providing better shelter. Vova and his family, meanwhile, were in an especially dangerous part of town. Their power and cell phone connection was out for 2 days. Tymoshenko called local authorities, begging them to get Vova out. They sent a car to pick up him and his grandmother, while his 2 grown brothers stayed behind with their mother. A week passed. Irina's grandmother offered to house them all even farther from danger, a few hours southeast, in a town called Vinnytsia. But Vova's grandmother refused. Like so many people, especially older people, all over the country during this war, she couldn't imagine leaving her home region, even when in mortal danger.